All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street Savvy, the podcast. I'm Jay Works, and I'm the host. Family and friends, constituents, welcome to a fresh show, fresh podcast. Hope you guys streaming live on YouTube TV, checking me out on Facebook Live. Thank you, my producer, Nigeria Works, Sunshine Works, Jerry Works Jr. My kids has helped me produce this segment. Sunshine, how was your day?
Good.
How was school, baby?
It was good.
Yeah? What you learned today?
About planets in the solar system.
Good. Planets in the solar system, folks. That means our kids are still learning things we learned back in the day. I remember when I used to learn about Uranus and Mars and Jupiter, things of that nature. But listen, you keep it up in school, you keep being the sunshine you are, and you're going to get everything you want out of life. God bless you. Okay, folks, we got a huge show for you today, and we got some follow-up to do, ladies and gentlemen. From the latter part of August to the second week of September, it's been hell in the music industry, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost some very key figures in the world today of hip-hop and R&B. Frankie Beverly has died from the group Frankie Beverly and Maze. God bless his soul. Them guys had a lot of hits. A lot of kids was made off a lot of good music those guys made. They laid the foundation for a lot of different genres of music they tended to. I want to lay out my respects and my prayers to the Maze family. Yes, and the hip hop community. Rich Homie Quan, Devontae Lamar. This guy, great hip hop artist. I had a pleasure to write a hip hop track with him and an R&B artist named K Marie in 2015 with the label group I was involved with called called Real Plug, with a couple neighborhood friends, business partners of mine, Sammy the Bow, and definitely Tip. Tip, if you out there, man, my prayers go out to your brother, because I know your brother was always Rich Homie Quan's partner, and you as well, man. You was a significant part of bringing him up and to get him to do the track for our label with K Marie and me writing the track. Papa Stand Up. The track never got released, folks. I still got the rights to it because I wrote the hook for the R&B artist, and Rich Homie Quan did the hook for the rap part. But no, at least this guy had a body of work since 2011, 2012. The man had hits, unbelievable hits, and I'm sad to hear that he has passed. And folks, let me say this: there's a lot of questioning how he passed, what he passed from. That's none of your damn business. Honestly, I know we can care about these people in the music industry, the film industry, but how they passed and what happened to them is none of your business, folks. Honestly, it's none of your business. I think we all need to take a step back when it comes to someone's passing. That's it. They going on the greater pasture. God done took them to places to start to work for him. Start to go to school and do great music for him. And things up in heaven. That's all we need to hear about. We need to be glad and proud of that. We don't need to hear about nothing else. How he did it and who did it, what went how. God got that. Let God handle that, folks. I'm not a person who acquire that type of information about somebody who killed and why they died. They gone. If they dead and that's what it says and that's what it shows on paper, on their death certificate, it's over, folks. I'm sorry. It's been a whole lot of hoopla on social media about how Rich Homie Quan passed. That's that man's personal life, and that man is going in the ground. If we like it or not, he's going to God. His soul, and God have mercy on his soul. It's going to God. He got another piece of his map he's doing. So please, folks, back off on people's personal life, how they pass it. In other news, The presidential debate. I don't know if you guys seen that. You know, Kamala Harris debating against Donald J. Trump. Folks, I watched just a measly part of it. And I have been quoted as saying on this podcast, I don't agree with both sides at this point. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with both sides, the right or the left. I don't think they have did anything good for me, black and brown people, or for this country at this part. For Kamala Harris, her track record in LA is suspect, right? She was the VP to Sleepy Joe. It's suspect, right? Yes, she's the smartest person in the White House as we speak today, and will be the next 4 years. Yes, because she was a state attorney general at one point for the state of California. Of course, is that the right move for us to have her as president? I don't think so. Another side, Donald Trump for the Republicans. This man is a wacko. A whack job, a wacko. This man has been quoted allegedly of being racist, in which I've been on here. I've been on this podcast saying, hey, I don't think he's a racist. He's a white businessman who's rich, who's been doing business, so he feels free to speak how he wants, freely. The American way, freedom of speech. Have he said some racial things? Yes. Has he said some biased things? Yes. Has he said things that put his feet in his mouth? Yes. Does he does it all the time? Yes. And if you watch the debate, Kamala Harris was fact-checking him as she went. She was on his behind on everything from his overseas policies on down to him doing deals with the Taliban in the back door, trying to bring him to Camp David, which is a sacred spot. We bring people, other dignitaries from different countries. She broke it down. Stormy Daniels situation, she was on this man. She was fact-checking him every which step of the way. And for the other side of that, she didn't, what America, quote-unquote, allegedly wanted her to say and step up for is the policy on Border Patrol. And she didn't lay it out enough for the American people, quote-unquote, or for the politic brains or minds. And a lot of people in the news world was hitting into that, say, well, Trump should hit her in the pocket with that, which he did it, but he was all around the world. He called a sorority meeting a party. He went down. If you've been to all black sororities for men or women, you know they ain't no party. They get down to business. You know how to bring other black folk, uplift them, bring them to school, get educational, things of that nature. He was wrong on that front. He was wrong on a lot of different things. The debate, to me, in my eyes, and if I was a person to be leaning towards, I would say Kamala Harris did what she had to do for this round. Would I vote for her? The verdict is out. Neither one of them tickles my fanny. Neither one of them I think can do anything for my kids or my grandkids, for my generational wealthy situations. So yeah, hope you guys watched that and got something out of that. In other news, sport news, week 1, all 13 games, 14 by the way, got underway and it was some great exciting games. I sat down, I watched a game or two. I watched the Jets, the Jets Jets game. I watched a little bit of that. Lord help me. You know, I watched the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? I watched that blowout. The defense was immaculate. The defense was all over the quarterback. Dallas did a great job. Dak did his thing. Ezekiel Elliott scored the first rushing touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys this year, as he coming back to the team, as he has came back to the team for a second go around with a different number, with his college number 15. He looked good in the end zone, folks. It was a lot of studies said, hey, Dallas don't got no running. in which it fairly so. But Dallas won the game, and they had 100 and something yards of running between the two running backs and the quarterback. So go Dallas. And the Bears, when they first home opener in a while, 24-17 over the Titans. And in other sports news, NFL news, Tyreek Hill got pulled over in front of that Dade County Stadium down there in Florida, Miami, Florida. Got a little roughed up. I quote the officer, he kept telling him, hey, lift your window down. Roll your window down, roll your window down. And Tyreek gave him his license and rolled it back up. Those cops pulled him out the car, put him on the pavement, and arrested him. So let me tell you something, folks. Now, I think, my opinion, we all know what that is. We all know what that is. I'm going to lay it down. That's pure, blatant racism at its finest. From a cop who should have knew better. From the start, no matter was an athlete, black or white, he should have knew better. He could have handled it better. And I quote, Tyreek Hill said he could have handled it better too. He could have rolled his window down. The thing is, when it comes to security, which I know a lot about, I've been doing it over 25 years, and being a police officer in the United States, it's all about de-escalation. And a lot of people don't understand de-escalation. They use physical force. And they call it justifiable, which is not. Which is not, folks. And what happened to Tyreek Hill was police brutality at its finest. And it's been several press conferences saying, hey, the cops is on leave and to further investigation. It's no need for investigation, which that's the policy which they need to do. But you've seen it on the body cam, even on other teammates who got arrested as well for just being there for support for Tyreek Hill. Black men and women in brown, we don't catch a break no matter who we are. I'm here to tell you, as a black man, as somebody's father, somebody's uncle, someone's granddad, someone's brother, pay attention each where you look or drive or go in this country. You were still shunned upon on, you were still looked on as being whatever, an animal or a devil, whoever they want to look at you as, for the color of your skin, for no apparent reason. It'd be the men and women and black, blue, or brown police force that's really doing it, besides for the population that don't like us for the color of our skin. You got to be careful, folks. Black and brown, you got to be careful of what you're running into in America. Period. Now, let's pause that. Is all cops like that? Hell no. Is majority of them like that? Hell yeah. Especially in certain states. Texas, California, Florida, Indianapolis, Illinois, Michigan. Need I say more? New York State. They'll bust your ass. Excuse my French. If you black and brown, and you get out of line on their technicalities. So, folks, you got to be careful out there. And I hope the Tyreek situation gets handled quick as possible, so we can talk about sports instead of police brutality and one of our black men and women who have a platform getting pulled out the car and getting in drag. In other sports news, Deshaun Watson in the news again, allegedly for another sexual assault case, but it looks like it's an old case been brought back up from 2020. Let me tell you something, America. They are not going to leave this guy alone. Matter if he did it or not. I know he paid out a lot of goddamn money to 22 or 23 women. Don't quote me on that. Over the last several years. This man got to find a different profession that he's not in the public eye. Because they not going to let it go. They hate that he got $200 and something million. Majority of it guaranteed from the Cleveland Browns. They hate that, for sure. But it ain't never going to go away. Deshaun, it's never going to go away, my friend. They're going to haunt you with this. They're going to witch hunt you. And you probably, I don't know if you did it or not. I'm not here to judge and jury. I just know it's all over social media. And I know what you said in your press conference. For a brother, from another brother, keep your faith in God. That's all I'm going to say on that note. In other news, sports news as well. The WNBA is rocking right now. Caitlin Clark is doing her thing. Look like she gonna be the runaway rookie of the year because the other young lady from Chicago Sky hurt herself, hurt her wrist, and she's gonna be out for a minute. She had to get surgery. But the young lady for the Las Vegas Ace, she's MVP. She's done scored over 30 points in 15 and more games this year, and 10 rebounds and 5 assists. She is the runaway winner of MVP. Sorry I didn't got both of these young ladies' names I spoke on, but the WNBA is at a moving height. But let me get this right. Let me quote. Sorry for not having names, but these are stories that ran by me quickly. The WNBA commissioner walked over some conversation when she had a chance to publicize the scrutiny that the women, the black and the brown women, are getting on the road and at the home venues, racial slurs, racial and bias, gay slurs, gay battering, gay bashing, however you want to say it, at a lot of these WNBA games. She had a chance to address it in ways that a boss do, a GM do, like any other of the big guys, like Roger Goodell. She had a chance to address it, and she solely fumbled the ball. She talked about the revenue. She talked about how the league is forming and getting bigger. She talked about how Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was back in the day. That's how Caitlin Clark and the young lady from Chicago Sky is doing. You know, she fumbled the ball. She fumbled the ball. And a lot of folks are very upset. I was listening to the ladies on ESPN, and they were saying, hey, she fumbled the ball, you know. But to my knowledge, I've been watching WNBA more often than the previous years. Candace Parker is one of my favorite players. Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo. It's a lot. You know, Cheryl Swoops. You know, it's names. You know, especially in my era. The WNBA, the W has got busy. And it needs to get more. It needs more of our support from our podcasters, from anybody in the television to entertainment world. Keep your eye on the WNBA. Buy the tickets. Go out and buy tickets. In a city near you, if you got a WNBA team there, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's help these women really shine. Let's help these black and brown and white shine. Caitlin Clark, since she's been in the league the last 6 months, since draft, boy, she's making it bang. She's making it bang. She's making it bang. Clearly the runaway favorite. Since the double-double queen is not healthy. Yes, this is not healthy. So let's make sure we check that out, the WNBA. All right, folks? That's all in the news for today. I got some healthy words for you. This podcast is going to be with you every day of the week, including some days on the weekend, some special shows. We're going to be going out of state, out of town, maybe overseas and abroad pretty soon. This man has a lot to give to the world and the community. And what I mean by that, this guy, Jay Works. I got a lot of things on my chest I want to teach and talk about to the powers that be and to our children, to things that we're not listening to them about, and things I ask my kids today, how school treating them, how they doing in school, and what they like about it. And plus these school shootings lately done been on. And other news too as well, I don't want to let that forget. The shooting in Florida the past several weeks. The father and the son has been charged with multiple charges. Do I agree with it? You buy your kid a gun, allegedly, at a teenage age, you got part blame with that. You give your teenage kid a gun, present, Christmas, birthday gifts, you got blamed with that. Your kid have anguish, mental issues before you give them anything, or your father, sister, mother, or brother, cousin, girlfriend, wife, daughter, niece. You check out. You check them in. Because not just shooting the gun, of them handling it in a proper form, way, or fashion. The charges are being brought up on the father as well, folks. Let me know in further comments how you feel about that. Down the road, we will be back on tonight at 8 p.m. Probably in a venue near you. I'm not going to tell you, folks. But again, thanks for tuning in on this podcast. And keep tuning in, YouTube TV, Facebook Live. And make sure you go out and get your PD Code apparel, PD Code clothing line sportswear, PD Code women's wear, and adult brand. I sell D and P is power. If you know what that means, go to your adult brand website or podcast network or YouTube, Facebook, IG network, and check it out. Check out the PD brand clothing line, Family Affair. It's great. I love it. I wear it. I hope to see you in it. God bless America. Don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Street Side, the podcast is up on your table. It's up in your bedroom. It's up in your kitchen. Up in your front room with the latest news and public outbursts. Remember, we don't shun people. We're not here to shun you. We're not disrespect you or not. We're here to tell the news just like it is in a great form of fashion or things we went through and have seen and done. That's what this podcast is all about. Have a good day, America. Enjoy the weather up in Syracuse, New York.